Early in 2024, we got a call that we'll never forget. A new fly fishing operation was launching just north of where we'd been fishing the past couple of years. And like we really needed an excuse to go back to the Yucatan. Even better, it was through a partnership through a local lobster fisherman and a business owner from Awhile. At its core, this lodge, Tail Inn, was a collaboration from a small lobster fishing community and then the larger worldwide fly fishing community. Needless to say, there's 1,000 stories to tell, but here's just a couple of them that we're gonna name Tales from the Tail End.
Well, it was a tough day. It's been a tough couple days for Dan Daniel. Didn't want to get up. I was sore, dehydrated, nauseous. I had this term that I wanted to call this, but I don't know what it is now. Either way, Ben didn't give me an option. I was kind of mad at him, but at the same time, I'm glad that I listened. Thank you, Ben.
I'm always here to make you mad, Daniel. Always here to make you mad.
I was mad because I just wanted to go back to bed, and Trip Dad Daddy would not let me go back to bed. It was a good day. It was just windy. It was beautiful, though. We fished some really pretty water today. Some Nat Geo stuff, you know, ankle deep bone schools, 15 or 20 fish at a time.
Nice.
Not really a lot of permit shots. We saw a couple in passing, but not a bad closer. Yeah, what about y'all?
Victor was like, hey, you guys want to try something a little bit different today? Or do we have to have a permit? I was like, I mean, we'd love to have a permit. But I was like, if you're telling me it's probably not going to happen and we can do something else, he was like, I was like, okay, enough said. So he's like, we're gonna go down to this lagoon, and then we'll go down to the big river. So we pushed into the lagoon, saw some bones tailing up in the little mangrove shoots. And I was like, all right, here we go. I threw probably one of the worst casts I've ever made before. I was like, that was not good. He was like, no, it was not. He was like, lo siento. And then he goes, I hope you don't cast like that on a permit. I was like, no, not on a permit, of course not.
Good thing we're not permit fishing,
Yeah.
right?
And then like 5 minutes later, another bone, I was like, one fish up high. It was just pushing through. So I threw a cast. I threw a cast like 3 feet in front of it and just waited. And bonefish it's like redfishing. Bonefish came up and he's like, okay, move it. As soon as I moved it, the thing pounced on it.
Yeah, dude.
So that was cool. And then that kind of slowed down. Then we pushed into this river deep, and it started getting tighter and tighter, and then we started seeing bull sharks, cuyas. Then we saw a couple tarpon roll. And then we went back in there, had a couple eats on like a bait fish pattern, the old Nova from like Space Coast. And we just couldn't get him on the sticks. And then I was like, can we try topwater? He was like, absolutely. And I was like, cool, let's do it. So then we threw on the Angry Frog special, and then just pop.
That's awesome.
So we probably had 8. I had one, of course, jump, and then it goes right into the mangroves. I was like, no! Right into the mangroves, came up, did the whole mangrove shape.
Wrapped himself a million
Everything,
times.
disaster.
Flopping around.
Yeah, so we pushed in. He was like pulling lines. Thing was flopping around. Fields got up there, had a couple eats, and then
Hell yeah.
fought the thing, got it to hand. Little guy, but it was super cool.
Hell yeah.
And then we just kept throwing a few more blow-ups. All right, guys, we gotta go. And we saw 9 to 10 footer crocodile.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like sleep. I was like, this thing's dead. We pushed like a right up on it. I was like, this thing's gonna snap. We should probably not do this. And we just backed off.
You should have poked it.
But yeah.
Gave it a quick poke.
Victor's favorite line of the day was, it's that thing I've sent y'all on one time about that guy getting interviewed. Real bad man. How many kids do you have? 23. 22 baby mother. Real bad man. The rest of the day he was like, real bad fish. But yeah, fun day. Cool, definitely a cool little fishery down that way.
The lodge has been exceptional.
I mean, this is a very super slam possible type of day.
Yeah.
Every day you could do permit, push your way down, Bonefish Beach, push your way down into the mouth of the creek, snook,
Yeah.
and then push a little further, tarpon. Like you can knock that out.
Today's probably the first day that I didn't see a tarpon or a snook, but we didn't look for them.
Yeah.
Like we saw as many bonefish you want to catch. We saw a couple permit, which were tough, but if you're a good fisherman, and we're not, if you were a good fisherman, you probably could have caught one of those permit we saw today. And then, I mean, yeah, we could have rolled back in the creek and sealed the deal in no time.
Yeah.
The guides are fantastic.
Yeah, they really are all talented, skilled,
World-class.
great eyes, and super nice folks too. They're not a-holes.
Strip. Sit it. Let it run. Let it run. Okay. Okay, real.
And they hang out with you afterwards. Mm-hmm. They like just hanging out, having a beer, playing cornhole. They're not like hiding anywhere. I mean, we are pretty awesome. I'd want to hang out with us too. But
Everybody was very accommodating.
yeah, lodge was awesome. Food's
Great.
Snacks are good.
There's no
Beers are cold.
air conditioning in the rooms.
Muy frío.
Yeah, good food, cold beer, good people, good vibes.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Would recommend.
Yep.
We gotta come back. Do it again. Super slams for
Some of the
everybody.
places we go, I remember, like, that's kind of the metric in my brain. It's not if we could survive a week. It's if, like, I could bring my wife and she'd be comfortable, and I think she would be comfortable
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know how to close the week off. It's been a good week.
Don't want to leave yet, but I guess we're gonna. Guess we have to.
I was most impressed with the amount of tarpon.
The permit aren't doing their thing. There's so much more to do here. Like,
Yes,
a lot of options.
Tons of bonefish, beachside, and I mean, if you'd rather walk the beach and catch a bonefish, you can do that.
Or snook right over here.
Or go back in a sand flat, 6 inches deep.
6 days.
Getting too old for the.
You'll be all right. Until next year.
Until next year.
2025.
Salute.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man.